Navy's looking to make a move up and strengthen their playoff case. Welcome to beautiful Annapolis, Maryland, and the home field of the Navy midshipmen, as we'll see the number 20 team of the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on last season's national champions, the Navy midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kurt Curtis. Let's get right to the action. Kick this away to get us going. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. So Navy's offense trots out there to open this game. And each offense features a star tight end. Kurt, what an elite matchup of guys who can really hurt defenses in a variety of ways.
When was the last time we did a game where we were excited to watch two tight ends from opposing teams go against each other? But that's what we have today. Both of these guys are elite at their position. Both want to have bragging rights that they're the best in the country. Let's see who can be showcased better than them.
And the quarterback keeps it here. Breaks into the clear. Now here he goes. Tremendous toughness here. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run. Navy is lined up quickly here.
What a run and a pickup for this offense. This all starts with a great read by the quarterback. Saw the defender coming in, just knew this was not the time to keep it, and he does a good job of getting to one of his playmakers. Boy, does he make a big play.
Both these teams tell us they're eager to prove a point. Here we are mid-season. They both earned their spot in their rankings. We expect a tight, competitive battle today.
Well, that's the beauty of these top 25 matchups in the middle of the year. A little bit of a better handle on who these teams are. Love
brings her in the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Navy.
You know, it's great to see the old traditional option executed to perfection. The running back knew right where to be, didn't panic when the ball was headed his way, and then once he got into space, it was smooth sailing all the way to the end zone.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. So Ohio State's offense comes out for their first possession today. Will keep it on the ground here. Both teams settling in, looking to set the tone here for in a game where there's a lot at stake for both teams coming in.
Yeah, both these teams realize this is a key game in the grand scheme of things. Late in a year like this, a winner may be able to look back at this as a game being the reason they finish strong and make a big push to those bowl games around New Year's.
Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
This is why running the football is so important. Run the ball, and when you go play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Can he get there on the ground? Ball goes in the backfield. And the defense comes up with the football.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place at just the right time.
It's an option look. Quarterback still with the football. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway.
What a great job by this defense of stringing out that option and making the quarterback hesitant on whether to keep or to pitch. And because he was hesitant, it allowed the defense to get to him to knock that ball loose.
The offense able lucky to maintain possession there. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end. He shows some quickness for getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. This one is dropped. No one around him. He couldn't make the catch. Incomplete. And the incompletion now makes it 2nd and 10 from the 49. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. The veteran quarterback left that deep in his own end zone.
I mean, I get trying to get the football to this receiver. He's one of the most talented guys in the country. But with 2 guys bracketing him, I don't know why you would make that throw. Should have been intercepted.
And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Breaks into the open. And it's a solid return after the interception.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
Here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. The fullback gets stopped for a loss. Ran into a wall there. Might have thought they could catch the defense off guard by running the fullback there, but they were all over it.
Yeah, that's a great job by this defense of just showing their instincts and awareness here. Like you said, not being fooled at all. They slip to the fullback, and he doesn't.
He continues to fight for yards. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the 1st down marker. So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a 3rd and long. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. The punt team making their way on the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And this punt heads toward the sideline. Doesn't travel very far. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The freshman brings him down quickly. Offense comes up to the line. He might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. And the pass falls incomplete on the final play of the first quarter. And Kurt, it's Navy in the lead. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Sacked, it's a loss back to the 6.
The defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
They'll punt it from inside their own 10. And the return is brought down by the coverage team. And the Navy offense goes back out onto the field. Coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. So they begin the drive It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Oh, the defense is ready for that one. They almost got that blown up before it got started.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Trying to run it with the option. It's a quarterback keeper. He'll pitch it. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
And the defense is all over the option on this play. That play didn't have a chance from the beginning.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half.
Let's go.
2-back set. Quarterback flanked by the backs. They'll run the option. Oh, the ball comes loose. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. The punt will bounce and head out of bounds. Takes the returner out of play. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. QB decides to keep it here. He's past the marker and still going. Quarterback in the clear. Past the 20. Crosses the 10. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I love to watch the execution of this option play. Right now, the defense has no idea if this quarterback's going to pull it or if he's going to give it. Here he pulls it himself, finds yards, and comes up with a touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Navy offense back out onto the field now. And the first play of the drive now on the 25. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. Dropping back. It's Woodson. Fires it to the wide out. What a catch! Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot. Catch made down near the 10, and he's still going. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Lose the ball to the 12. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup. Navy getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw it again. Pass caught. Can he get in? Brought down. The completion moves the ball down to the 4. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. He's looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Navy. Track of the reliable tight end on that play.
The only thing I can think about is the defense is so locked in on the wide receivers or maybe the running game that they just forgot about the tight end.
point is good, so it's 14-7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. And now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They want to cut into this lead before halftime. They have to work quickly now. So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. Quarterback keeps the football. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. Dropping back. It's Stockton. Incomplete. That should have been caught. It's on the receiver.
What a call here by this offense, and unfortunately, the receiver drops his drag route. So much real estate in front of him. A big gain missed by the drop.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Sure hands. It's Tate. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Caught over the middle. It's Peoples.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Looking to pass here on second down. Bringing pressure. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play. The Buckeyes looking to run some tempo here. And they quickly spike the football to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking downfield. It's Stockton. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Let's go. What a fantastic half we've had here. You talk about a last-minute lead change through the air. We can only hope the second half's going to be as exciting as this has been.
And the point after is good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start the 25. Time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can he make something happen? Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play. Looks like one more play here before halftime. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Fires it down the middle. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Navy will kick it off as we start the second half. On the kickoff is hammered. Sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. As the first down is still going. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Ohio State, to put them on top now.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. They're going to run the option. They test the middle to get stuffed. That run goes nowhere.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Some strong run defense there makes it 2nd and 10 now from the 25. They'll try the option play here. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's how you defend the option. Take the quarterback away and then use your speed to bring the pitch back down.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Looking for the wide out. Wide open downfield. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. Navy is lined up quickly here.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert, come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
It's a nice game by this offense. This quarterback has such a good feel for running the option. Whether it's handing it, keeping it himself, or pitching it, puts a lot of pressure on the discipline of his defense.
This Navy offense is quickly moving down the field. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback's got it on the option. Powers through. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. Here we go. Navy lines up first and goal. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss.
Brings up second and goal.
Here's the handoff, testing the middle. And he takes it into the end zone. There's a flag now. So the opportunity to tie this game spoiled by that penalty flag. Let's see if they can execute better this time. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. It's an option look. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Fighting him off. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, when they called that one in, I doubt they thought it was going to go backwards like it did. Normally, you can get a few out of these option plays, but they got nothing here.
Oh, he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And out comes the field goal unit. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the quarterback keeps it here. It's a fumble. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to to maintain possession there. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. Play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Picked off, a crucial turnover. Oh, he's bringing it back. That's the 20. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead? Taking a chance, and it backfires.
And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. Here's the option play. 1st and 10. Not much time left. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run. By this quarterback. You know, he's trying to keep it himself until the defense takes him away. Good job at pitching it.
And how about the skill guys on this offense? Can they cover some ground? Great pickup for this offense.
1st and goal. Can the offense punch it in and claim the lead here in the 4th quarter? Send the back in motion. Touchdown, midshipman. They jump on top out here in the 4th.
Just love to see this when the game was on the line. This offensive line does a great job of executing up front, giving this back just enough room to be able to get into the end zone and give them the lead.
Now an important PAT to stretch the lead to a field goal. And the kick is good. A 3-point lead now in the 4th quarter. It's all up to the defense. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to put it away. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They come out down 3 with the clock running out of time. Can they make a play right now? Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. 2nd down after that previous play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackle. Scooped up with the defense. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Chewing clock with the running game. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Takes the handoff again. Gets the first and still running. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain in that play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. fullback. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense now operating in the red zone, facing a 3rd and short from the 20. Handoff to the fullback. Too hard running there through a tackle. They bring him down, but that is a crucial first down. They could just run out the clock in victory formation now. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration.
Chris, this has been an unbelievable game, and this is really about you. Now you can head to the locker room, maybe throw the wristbands to the crowd for the kids, gloves or towels. Get to share it with the home team and the fans. It's a great win for this team.
That's the kind of matchup we hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love playing in these kind of games. You really are going to get tested. You find out what you're made out of. And these guys really met the challenge. I'm very, very impressed with the execution and how they played this game. And now they go to the next step.
from last year, the Florida Gators. Taking on last year's national champions, the Navy Midshipmen. Relay Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. It's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Florida Gators offense goes on the field first today. We've got a quarterback here coming off a sensational performance, Kirk. He sounded very confident when we met with him this week. Let's see if he can build on that this time.
Yeah, I think the last game that he played, he just threw the football on time. He didn't try to do too much, found the open receivers, took what the defense gave him, and as you mentioned, we had a chance to talk to him. I think that's what he's looking to try to do, not try to live up to the hype, just put together another solid performance.
Play action here on first down. Good throw, complete to the tight end.
Nice play-action call here by this offensive coordinator. You can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if a quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Now a quick third down test on this opening drive of the game. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Oh, it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it. Ayers will bring the one team on the field.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
So the Mids offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. Going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll stop him after a short gain. Navy is lined up quickly here.
Well, if you're going to run this option play, you've got to be the one that's dictating the tempo. I feel like the defense right now is doing that. They did a nice job of getting to the quarterback. He didn't get many yards at all here.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Makes the handoff here, looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Hodges. Breaks into the clear. Touchdown, Navy. They connect for 6.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after scoring a touchdown. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Gators offense retakes the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out, and they get a drive going this time. On the ground, it's Long. Breaking free at the 35. The bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. A quick throw out left, complete.
Just a quick job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Crucial third down play coming up. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Third down and short. They decide to throw the football. Roll the dice a bit. Doesn't work out. Now you're at fourth and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
Here comes the Navy offense back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. So the drive gets underway, backed up at the 8-yard line. They'll try to run it with the option. They'll toss it to the back. Picks up 2, so it's second and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
That run moves the ball to the 16.
But I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So let's see what they like here on third and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now.
On to punt it away.
A booming punt headed toward the sideline. It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. Here comes the first play of the drive now from the 44. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. And Kirk, it's Navy in the lead. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Back to pass. It's Lagway. He's running out of time here. Makes the gap downfield. He make the tackle, but not before he gets all the way to the 30.
By the receiver.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, give him the ball.
Backs line up on either side of the quarterback. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Grab down the middle. It's Ball. Has a path to the end zone. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. Now the try here for the extra point.
And I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball and then the speed afterwards. And it's a touchdown.
Number 1, set to kick it away.
The kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. He shreds the tackle. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29. Navy is lined up quickly here.
Boy, they go with the quarterback option here, and the play just didn't seem to feel like it had much of a chance. The execution just off. You got to either keep that or pitch it. He's a little bit hesitant and allowed the defense to get to him.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. Navy getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to pass. It's Woodson. Lets it go quickly. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the home. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Makes the catch downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
Running out of time in the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. And the quarterback with the shovel pass underneath. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their 1st of the half. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Lagway. They go backwards on that 3rd down completion. Sets up a 4th down. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. He missed it. Off target that time. And that one off target, and the game will remain tied.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Makes the grab and keeps the foot in bounds. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. Great play. Wants to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the catch. Tackle quickly. A solid gain. Ball spotted at the 25 now. The offense spends their final timeout of the half with touch strategy. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking downfield near the end zone. The ball is picked off.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the 1st half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the 1st half clock. Football comes out. Defense makes the recovery. A turnover.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
So They start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now here comes the point after attempt. PAT is good. They go to touchdown, 14-7. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off and hopes the defense can get a quick stop. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. And the first play of the drive now, the 25. To throw, it's Lagway. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Here's an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't quite have the concentration or the focus necessary. Ends up dropping it before he could bring it in.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looking to try and walk through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
This time out for one more play in the half. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Picks up the force, looking for more. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Annapolis. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the update. The Gators will kick it off to begin the second half. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. We'll start at the 25. And the Navy offense goes back out onto the field. Passing game's been on fire. The defense has had no answer for it. Let's see if they found some solutions at halftime. They'll run the option. Pitch to the back. Fights off the defender.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. They're going to run the option. Pitch play to the back. Senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Navy is lined up quickly here. Looking to throw. It's Woodson. Grabbed by the receiver. He's tackled quickly. Yardage is good enough for the first half.
This quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Second down coming up.
Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down. No huddle here for the offense. They'll try the option play here. Pitches to the back. He shreds the tackle. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. Well-executed option play.
Well, hey, it didn't go for a touchdown, but this is great execution. Knew exactly what they needed to do. First down, move the sticks.
There's a wrinkle now. The quarterback formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. Makes the read. The back's got it on the pitch. Breaking free at the 35. He's tackled after a big gain. Picks up a first down. Great execution of the option. They'll come up with an Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. He'll pitch it. Breaking tackles. Defense not fooled by the Wildcat buffer. Just a short gain on the play.
What a play by this defense. It strung the quarterback out on the pitch. Did a nice job of being able to have assignment football. Everybody has a man. Nothing the offense could do there. That's just great defense.
He'll toss it to the back. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option.
And the defense, it's all about assignment football. Somebody's got to be able to account for the quarterback, which they do. Nobody's left for the pitch man. Good job by this offense picking up some positive yards.
Rolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Midshipman.
And that is a great example of the option. Pitch it out perfectly. They completely caught the defense off balance down near the goal line, and it translates into a touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. A short gain. Now it's 4 fingers in the air. Get ready for the fourth coming up. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. To the air. It's leg way. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Chris, I don't know, man. I think he gets across the middle. He starts thinking about those linebackers and safeties. Got a little bit nervous. Lost his concentration and drops the ball.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Oh, he breaks free. He's hit just before the throw.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Quick throw to his receiver. Fourth down pass is incomplete, but there's a marker down. A crucial call here.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That's the last thing you want to... As a defense trying to hold the lead late in the game, undisciplined penalty. So 1st and 10 for the offense after a costly 4th down penalty on the defense. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. Falls on himself to avoid disaster. The Gators come up to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
But they don't connect. It's incomplete. And it brings up fourth down.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's fourth down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Oh, the pass is picked off. Could take it all the way. He steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great way to set up his offense here.
Just when it looked like they might make this a one-score game, the quarterback gives it back to the defense. The climb just got steeper, and they're running out of time here in the fourth quarter.
Running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Nowhere to run up the middle. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down play coming up for this offense. Grinding away with the running game. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Navy getting set for the 1st and 10 now. And the back now goes in motion. And into the end zone. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Navy. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for a defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Florida offense retakes the field. Time running out. Serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly? Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Incomplete. That should have been fine. That's on the receiver.
This offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Down late, they keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Touchdown, Florida. He broke away, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back, but here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then, you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
And the point after is right down the middle. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
Number 1.
On the hands team, does their job and secures the recovery. And with the game in hand, the offense just takes a knee. This was an impressive performance. They played a good football team here today, Kurt, but they just dragged them behind the woodshed and dominated from the start. This is going to catch people's attention.
Yeah, I think most people are going to be in awe when they look at the results of this game. Unbelievable job by this team dealing with the expectations, the pressure, and as you said, playing a good team. This was a big-time win and an opportunity to really continue to move up.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
unlike any other, and one in which the nation's finest will battle and fight. Honor and privilege to sing second. Welcome to MetLife Stadium, home of the Giants and the Jets in East Rutherford, New Jersey. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the fourth-ranked team of the land, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. We've been looking forward to it all week. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Navy Midshipmen will go on offense first to start this game. The Midshipmen sailed easily past Army the last time these two got together.
I just think back to last year's game. Great individual effort from Navy. So many long touchdowns. Guys able to break tackles, and the Black Knights were just seemingly never able to recover from that. They've got to do a better job limiting the explosive plays.
Limiting the plays, yes, but this is a game about players. Like, who is the players that's going to make the big plays? They're so similar in everything they do, offense, defense, special teams. Which
breaks into the open. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. And if that's a play on the option, the quarterback would like to have back.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Midshipmen trying to sail way forward on third and half a mile. Finds a man on the left. Now well within striking distance as a third down play gets him a first at the 29.
It's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. You got to communicate.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Guys, they call this America's game because no matter who you root for, you're captivated by this.
Well, and this is just one of those games I think always just stands out just because of the way it looks, right? It's all the uniforms in the stands. It's the pageantry. It's the history of this game. It's the style of football these two teams play as well. It just means so much to these players.
It's so cool, and it's saved for after the Heisman Trophy, after the championship games, when they get the spotlight on them, a well-deserved spotlight for what they do for everyone out there across this country.
He'll do it himself. And into the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Navy!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Though a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Army's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock. But it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more more consistency at this spot. A running back they could really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Black Knights will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. Slips through the line. Lowers those pads. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the option. He'll toss it. Picks up the first down. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll run the option. The pitch. Powers through the defender. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a...
This lead.
And that's why you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense do it whenever they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll ride his man on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's not the option they were looking for. You know, you want to run that option and maybe pitch the football, but that play looked dead from the jump, and the QB had nowhere to go.
To the air, it's Washington. That's caught. It's Johnson. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The option look. And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense got it on the run. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And Navy will go back on the attack. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know what's really easy? It's easy to say, quarterback run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise. The defense did a great job flying up. The ball scores free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the big fullback. Got him for the first down once more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Now on the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, no ball.
Oh, there's a loose football in the bad pitch. How in the world did the offense retain possession? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Looking for a man, it's Woodson. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. This rivalry started in 1890 when Dennis Mikey from the stadium at West Point, his name, talked Navy into playing a game in the mids, blew them out.
And since that first blowout, obviously, this has been an unbelievable rivalry. So many things about it, honoring the fallen, the march on, the battle of the bands. So many of these things have gone back and forth. But Jesse, the football is phenomenal. Old school offenses that will hit you right in the mouth.
It's pretty cool, too, when you think about the history of this rivalry, because back in the day, these were two of the best programs in college football. There have been national championships, there have been Heisman trophies. Not necessarily the same thing today, but when you think about great rivalries in sport, this is it right here.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Pointer. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Lost to throw again. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Looking for a man. It's Washington. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. this. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And they will score! Touchdown, Midshipman!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Navy! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Riding up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is a defensive player's dream. He's sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. No shot at a return. It's out in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Washington. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Finds a crease at the 20. Pass escapes him, still on his feet. He's loose down the left side. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights.
And that touchdown was massive for the offense. It gives them confidence heading into halftime. But remember, they're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, so they get an opportunity to cut even further into this lead. That was a huge play.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Guys, we're 2 quarters from finding out who's going to sing second, and already Army and Navy have hit some high notes. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Army and Navy plays out. We're just about ready to start the second half. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can.
And the defense jumps on it. They get the turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the
Here comes the option. Now the bench. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB man, draw the defense in. Look at me, I'm the first option. Bam, next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Oh, he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that is beautiful execution by the defense. What do I do with that option? String him along. Don't let him make a quick decision. Don't let it be obvious. Did a good job slow playing it, stretching it out, everybody being able to run to the football.
Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it, they're on the move. Touchdown, Midshipman. The defense putting points on the board.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Goes to the option. Now the toss. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We reach the break, and Navy holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Can't connect on his first throw.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores, and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
And this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down the throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense falls
offense can't get out of their own way. They fumble again. Man, a lot of times you get fired when you fumble. This is another guy. Like, they're going to have to fire the whole team if they keep this pace going.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. And last drive. An interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Let's go.
They'll give it to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. At this point in the season, everything is magnified, guys, and behind this running game, they figure to vault a few spots up in the top 10.
Making a statement, too. Getting it done, running the football against the top 10 opponent in a game of this magnitude, David. You have got to be impressed watching this if you're the committee.
Yeah, and making a statement that we've been ranked too low, right? Like, when you beat a team of this caliber, now it starts to move you up the charts, which obviously makes a huge difference in seedings and where you land in the playoffs. So, big day.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
So Navy beats Army, and it is tradition for the victors. As both teams sing their alma mater, the victors sing second, and that honor will go to the midshipmen. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
it.